All right, Capricorn. So I am so sorry that you had to wait for your reading, but this past about a week now, I have never felt like, typically I'm very low energy. At least I have been lately for like a very long time, because it's, you know, medical stuff and to do with just the energy that's been going through my life right now. And then this past week, I have been just keep going, productive like a machine almost. But then I would do that, and I was running myself, as you can see, to the end of my own rope, really. And so today I took a little cat nap in the afternoon. I never really sleep like that. I never take naps. I know a lot of people that do. I just am one of those kind of anxious people. Like, even if I'm relaxing, I'm not taking a nap unless it's like I'm sick, like really sick, or there's like something going on. So, but I was taking naps and I found myself sleeping in longer than my PIC, and I was just like, that's funny. I'm usually the one that's like up earlier, and you know. So I don't know. I've just, it's been a weird energy, and I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart. So that's why I'm talking about my life so much right now. Just maybe you feel like you're going through some similar stuff. I don't know. But I couldn't seem to, like, I could do everything else but the video. I could do everything else in my life. I couldn't, I was like, okay, when the house is clean, I will do Capricorn's reading. When the dishes are done, I'll be able to clean the room I shoot in, and then I will be able to do Capricorn's reading. And every day the list just got longer and longer and longer before I could do your reading. So maybe you're putting something off because you want it to be a perfect timing or a perfect setup for it. I don't know. We kind of are, like, we're not the perfectionists per se, but we, in terms of achieving our goals, we're perfectionists because we map out the best plan of action, and we have a plan B, plan C. Capricorn's like, they will do whatever it takes, even if it's the long road, you know, to get there. If we know that that's the sure way we feel comfortable getting there, we will take that road. So, and I don't know, like, I'm at the point of my life now where there are a lot of other goals that I want to have to accomplish, but I also have just accomplished some major ones more recently. So now that I've gotten there, it's like there's new doors opening up, at least within my psyche, I feel like. I've been dreaming about ladders too. I gotta look up what ladders mean in the dreamscape, but there is a lot of forward, upward movement here that's going on. I just feel like there's new energies coming in for me in my own internal world, where, like, I'm starting to do crafts again. Like, the Mercury retrograde is also going on. So we've already had technology issues at the house, right? Our cable box was acting up funny. Today we called, we dealt with it. It got situated, yada yada. But, like, I'm just going back to the past with things. I'm dealing with, like, arts and crafts stuff that I haven't done in years, or, you know, at least maybe since the last Mercury retrograde, like 3-4 years ago. So I'm feeling like I'm getting back to my old self again, maybe? I don't know. I hope somebody can relate to this. I hope this reading is good, because if it's not, then I'm going to delete it and have to do it again. So let's make sure this is good for us here. All right. And of course, I should have made myself some coffee or water. Got myself some water beforehand. Oh, well. Might have to take a little break. I'll have to let you know. Okay, so we've got good news coming from a woman, or good news about a woman. There could be some kind of health issue that she's having, or she's been having, or she's committed to her health. So she's changing and ending one way of dealing with her health. She could be a family member. She could be somebody who's a Scorpio or a Virgo. She could be older. She's kind of, she likes to drive. She drives an older car, very potential. That could be it. Could be a classy car. What kind of car has a dog for a logo? Any kind of dog logo. What's the Greyhound thing? I don't know. I don't know much about cars, sorry. Shouldn't even gotten down that path. So then a cut. There's something fast coming in that's promising, or that's committal. There is an end to the way people see her as one thing. If this is surgery, this could be this could literally be like a I don't think it is a surgery, but it's something to do with the health. It's a some kind of ending in one way, and it's ending a status of something. So, or the way the world sees her, she's being recognized in a more positive light. So this is like a glow up with the health, or maybe a tradition as well. So this could be like, this woman is kind of letting everybody know that she's ended a tradition, or she's starting her own tradition, and she's cutting out any kind of promise to the family, or she's breaking a promise as well. That could be it. Which is changing the way people see her within the family. There could have been an argument with somebody in the family. The mother could also factored in. I'm not saying she's the one that she was arguing with, but there could have been some kind of lie that was told when at a meetup within the family. Yeah, I see like there's a lessening of the taking loss that is growing, some kind of give me 1 second. So there's a lessening of meetups. Yeah, there's been like less and less socializing. I feel like there's been a kind of like a secret being hidden. There's been a lie. There's some kind of argument over somebody taking something, potentially a child, or the start of a new path, of like taking a new path. So work could also be, there just could be troubles with the social scape. There could be like a mother that's you're meeting at this time as well. So if you have been engaged at all, you could be meeting somebody's mother. Wait, oh, did I mention this is for October 2022? Sorry. Oh God, you guys are gonna hate me for this. You guys are so profesh too. Capricorns are like super professional, super goal oriented. They got this like dry, sarcastic sense of humor that's great. It's wicked funny because it's like right on the right beat, you know. It's just the faces they make and the gestures, but they're classy, but they'll let you know in the most like hilarious way that you're screwing up or you're not on key, or you know. But they're super family oriented people. So if this is your family, for example, I see good news coming in though. Like the writer's usually good news. Where's the writer over here? I'm gonna find him, see what he links up with. What kind of news is it, man? Writer. Oh, writer boy. There you go. All right. So connections, dreams. Good news that's coming in about a connection, a woman you're connected to. Good news about someone coming to visit. Now, if somebody has passed in your family, I mean, there's no indicators really about any kind of pain or kind of accidents or anything. I mean, I do have the whip in the garden house with the snake in the lilies house. So I see the snake in the lily. It's almost like a white lie. An argument over at a meetup over a white lie or something having to do with the family. Yeah, well, there's a lot of love there too. Maybe it was someone was doing like protecting you from but the snake and the whip are really both kind of long-reaching, painful, troubling combination. I'm happy that the scythe and the whip are not like hitting each other directly in any type of way. If we were to box it in, it wouldn't even so they're not necessarily related. But these two usually are dangerous, you know. There's like a danger involved with these two. Versus these two is just like kind of a nasty, repetitive arguing situation. But it's like it's kind of like, because there's white lie with it, there's almost this like bickering. Like, you know, in the movie A League of Their Own, the girls don't really get along that well. Like, they love each other, but they're like polar opposites, and there's some jealousy and struggle there. There's like this love there, but there's also this like competition and jealousy. So this can be competitive jealousy. This could be like, you know, fibbing to each other, bickering with each other, white lying with each other. But there's love there, so that's good. If somebody has passed in the family, it could be talking about meeting up at a gathering, because the garden, could be the mother's a mother's meeting up with somebody over the loss in a family. There's an ending that's being seen by everybody. So there could be a divorce as well, a cut to commitments, or a cut that is promising, a promising cut, a committing to a cut, a commitment that comes in fast as well. This could be eloping within the family. Yes, help, companionship, and organization. So this could be about marriage as well, a quick eloping. Where's the heart? The heart, the lily, and the progressions of the heart. Longevity, companionship. So somebody could be eloping as well. There could be some kind of communication about getting together, coming in with this woman who's eloped, and now you're having like, there's been an ending to one status, or the way the world sees her. Also, if I read it this way, there's a change that everyone is seeing, and then there's like, there's like almost the marriage itself, the romantic ambiance of the moon, being admired for the commitment, or being, and there's like some kind of what am I looking for? This exhibiting, there's an expression of commitment, but that is being taken away or lessening here. This also could be an ending to doing something one way, because there's a need, there's a status change of some kind with the health, and there's a need to commit to the details of health. So working on, kind of getting the kinks worked out within your health, taking the energy and the time to do that. I do see, like, if you go to Vegas, I see Vegas here for somebody who's dealing with like an eloping situation, because there's rapid like commitment. There's lots of them that happen over and over again. So like eloping marriage, and this is a public place, and kind of a sneaky kind of thing. So like you can sneak away and get married. Somebody could have snuck away and got married. It could have been a friend of yours as well, because there's a baby involved. Because I see here the stork and the child next to each other. Yeah, a new decision, because it's something having to do with children, or having to do with an upgrade of some kind that may have been a challenge. There's a challenging upgrade and a status. So a child that everybody can see is taking a status that is being taken. So you're not a mother, and then you're a mother, a family that you love. So this is very much about family and babies and dealing with that sort of thing as well. That's your story. It's very interesting how the man and the woman are so close to one another. So you could be very close to this person. If you're looking for relationship information, I see yeah, but it's in a good house as well. There's such good, yeah. This is really good. So I'm not saying this is like a broken heart. I know that the point's pointing upward. Now, if I had seen them next to each other, and I had seen this and then the heart here, I would assume that was a broken heart. But here it seems like love that comes in fast, commitment that comes in fast. There's a gift or being showered with gifts. A man energy who's doing that. One of the significators is doing that. The woman is getting good news. She's getting also the writer can be like dates, courtship, and it's all kind of with these kind of cards that are about love, the progression of love, being uplifted by love, you know. And right next to the lily, there's like a long-term sweetness and the helper or the promising, like the loyalty card is there. And then we have the whip, which is usually a troubling card, and it does kind of knight the mice, which is, there could be like arguments within the family because family's jealous over what's going on with you and the partner and the eloping, and they wanted, so there's like a taking away, like there's arguing over a taking away from the family. If you are, the woman could be older, the man could be younger, a little bit slightly immature. Is that what I'm seeing? He's nervous about starting out with this commitment, maybe. But he's committed to he's nervous about doing the legal thing, maybe like communicating about starting a promising So I'm going to read them this way first, and then we'll get back into it. A woman who's pretty sassy. She's smart. She might be choosing a side job or going down the path of doing a job on the side that's going to help her in terms of her abundance and good fortune. There might be some communication down this path, or commuting down this path that's required. So she's maybe learning how to drive as well. There's kind of combination of things. She has dreams of living the American dream, as we say in the United States. She's got the dream of having a home. She's looking for a path to finding her dreams. She might have somebody famous in the family as well. There is some kind of taking away or theft of a family member. So this person could be experiencing somebody in her family eloping as well, or just feeling like there's she might be feeling a little bit lonely within the family. Also, the details of the family, there could be speculating on the details of the family at this time. There could be an illness in the family, and that she's having to deal with the spreading of that, not seeing anything too terrible because the stars next to the mice, the stars is usually a card of healing and dreams, and it can be very positive, but it also speaks of a spreading out or an expanding outward, or a kind of Could be a firework kind of energy, you know? It can be good or bad, depending on the cards next to it. I feel like she might be learning about the path of certain spreading of diseases as well, if she's learning in school about health oriented things. This is also about, as I rip everything out of the wall. Like this could be literally like the taking of a book as well, or taking some knowledge about something. Someone in your home or your family could also be connecting you to some information that you're taking, and you're going to use it to clear up any confusion with some kind of endeavor that's a lucky charm. There's a lucky charm here. Because I see some kind of lucky charm, some kind of souvenir. From the family. This could be an heirloom. It could be a ring. It could have to do with whoever's getting married here wants to take the ring, because that's the tradition, you know? This is also a tradition that's ending. So maybe somebody doesn't want to give them the ring. So this is like charming a snake charmer as well. Knowing snake charming. A book that is confusing, some kind of study that's challenging or dragging out. Maybe you're reading a book and it's dragging and you can't really get through it. And then it's also a lucky lie or a lucky deceit, or that also could be a white lie. So I'm also getting white lie here and white lie with a lily. Where was that coming through though? Now I can't remember what it was. So there's the dream of a family. There's kind of a sneaking down a path. This also could be like troubles with having a family. And then there's like learning about alternative methods to this, and it's knowing that the process is going to be a long time. Some kind of lucky charm or lucky souvenir or such snake charmer. What's a snake charmer do? They tame or befriend an animal that otherwise would be considered dangerous, or taming a beast. Some kind of family line ends. There's like there's an ending within the family. There's a chapter closing, a new chapter beginning. This could literally be the ending of a honeymoon phase. And now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of relationships and dealing with that sort of thing. A cut that is like, or something painful that ends. Having to do like a cutting of a commitment. An end to the honeymoon. Yep, so whatever this woman is going, she's either learning something, she's studying something, she's taking a path that might be a little sneaky. It could be connected to her home or her family, her dreams, or dream of having a home. There is some kind of taking of information. So that could be learning, literally learning. A taking of information. This information could be long and drawn out. It could be a really large amount of studying. But there's a lucky, like, this is really good for her growth. This is a positive thing for her growth. Whatever way you want to look at that. The man is, he could be stubborn. He could be at a distance as well. He could be a difficult personality. He could be having some challenges within finance, specifically. Challenges of money. So, or challenges that are financial in nature. There could have to do with something to do with the money needed for a trip of some kind, or a vehicle of some kind. Because the ship is next to the birds, it could be like literally to fly somewhere. Yeah, the ship is on the birds too. He needs the money. He might be having difficulties with money about getting the money for some kind of action that he needs to take. He might be nervous about commitment as well. He might be going to see or traveling to see a couple about a ring. He might be moving to watch somebody get married in a public setting, as a visitor or a guest. A passionate, long-term relationship of some kind, or friendship. There's longevity within a relationship here, and there's progress within that relationship, and the progress is big time or over a long period of time, maybe stemming over distance, a long distance relationship. There is, it's a truthful, honest kind of love. It's very peaceful and harmonious, and there's trust here, and there's a trust that there's almost a painful loyalty here. There's recurring, like, progress within this relationship. A friend could also be having dealt with some social. A friend might be getting, like, some kind of argument about actions taken, a choice that he made to take some action or go do something with having to do with some taking something from the family as well. There could be an argument of somebody taking something from the family, or an argument about somebody taking some dream away, or you could have help getting your dream home as well. This could come fox in the clover. There's an unforeseen, there's like a surprise. You learn of a surprise that you might get help from a friend, or help with getting a dream home. A gift of a dream home. Also, whatever progress is being made here that's recurrent, and this progress is over a long period of time. It could have been a struggle for a long period of time. Is a gift. There's also an invitation for a wedding or some kind of gift that is really. It could also be a thank you letter. What I see here, a thank you letter, some kind of progress that's been made. It could be from a man, this letter. It could be a beautiful piece of writing as well. It could be something that's heartfelt, or recognizing something. There's a sweetness here. There could have been lots of writing as well. Love letters. A peaceful a commitment that, or a promise that's made suddenly. Harmony between friends. Long-term friendship, having to do with a long-term friendship. Deciding what's important within a long-term friendship. Social life's important, meeting up's important. Oh, that's what I was saying, was this could be the white lie. I think that's what I was making reference to. Now I've lost it, but there is some sort of long-term friendship, some really, it's an old friendship, is the best way I can describe it. Long-term old friendship. There's a lot of arguing going on, or there's been a lot of financial troubles within this relationship, and it's connected to the home as well. It could be about the goals within the home. There could be a splitting of ways, of two friends realizing that maybe they can't live together within the home, and one decides that, I think that the solution might be that we're gonna go our separate ways. I'm gonna go solo, but there's still so it's like a truth that's kind of painful about a friend that's been argumentative, but there's some progress to start over new, and the status of a household. So, I mean, I don't think that that's necessarily like a do or die thing. If it is, I think it's an amicable, kind of honest approach to it. Honesty is appreciated or loved. A friendship that's, been combative but has stood the test of time, has been over. We've done this over and over again. We've been here for a long time. There's progress over a long period of time. Arguments that are This could also be arguments about people upstairs from you, that live upstairs from you. Because I have the stork, which is like a height, rising up, and I'm seeing this argument with like, or a lot of noise. This could be a lot of noise as well, because the birds and the whip here, and this is knighting this. It could just be a good time, a good party, like people being loud, you know? Also, with the whip and up high. This could be the choice to take action or move down a path where some kind of cycle. This is sports as well, because it's like physical activity. I feel like there's a start of working out, a start of taking these could be like arguments over the details or being tedious things that are annoying. Whatever it is, it's like continual progression or like there's like a constant doing something that's up high, or there's like an uplifting thing about this constant thing. So it's play fighting almost, but it's like there's a leveling up in some way. Ugh, I wish I could figure out what it was. A path, the crossroads is a choice to take. Social arguments. Somebody could be arguing over the invitations at an event, connected to like the family, like there's like connections that are moving. There's arguments over that moving or visiting, a trip. If this is a wedding that's like, or a special event that's at a distance, and you're trying to figure out the list of, this also could be a list because I have the mice with this is the details that are written or are in Word format with the family, which could be like the family list, the family being invited. Not sure about this list as well. There could be arguments over literally planning a wedding that are going on. Yep. The book of the marriage. This fox is investigating these details as well. And it's the start of choosing, choosing to start. This could be, with the snake in the lily house, I feel like it could be offending. It could be like literally be about offending somebody because there's like a good standing with the lily, and there's like honesty and peace and harmony. And then with the snake, it's more like discord, or kind of deceit, and there's some kind of foul play, or someone could be like jealous or envious. So there's almost like this offending someone might come as a burden, or there's a sacrifice that has to be made eventually. That someone will be offended, right? A friend's business might actually have a slow to the financial aspect. There could be some difficult times with finances, or just like a slow period within business for somebody you know. That should clear up, and like there's like an upgrade or progression, or some positive influence that comes in over some kind of difficulty in the end of that. So I wouldn't be too worried about that, if that's what you're thinking or looking into. So there's the sun and the heart are diagonal to each other. There's an expression of love. There's like some super positive thing that's happening within love, because the stork is the heart's on the stork, and although somebody might be expressing their love for you, as that's been a secret. So also the sun in the book expressing in the way you know how, super success in love, super success in kind of a learning, getting clear. So whatever problems or knowledge or secrets that were confusing you before, because it was like some information or some kind of study or some kind of secret that was causing something to drag or not be clear. That's being cleared up. That's being cleared up. There's this exposing or this expressing and this radiating happiness that comes to the situation in some way, shape, or form. And because I have the scythe and then the sun, it comes in fast. So there's like this you might also commit to doing something outdoors, because the sun and the bouquets here, the flowers. A man might have some solution for you if you are a lady. He might have good news that's a solution for you, or you might be the solution to some news that he gets. This news is good. It's good news. It's about quick success and admonition about a talent of writing, or a talent, some kind of certification, some kind of diploma, some kind of, there's a talent here with something, and there's some hard evidence or some kind of gift of a certain document, an achievement as well, because the mountain is over here, and the mountain and the lily. So an achievement, being gifted or acknowledged for talents and achievements from breaking up or removing obstacles. There's a quick removing of obstacles here. There's some achieving, kind of moving mountains here as well. Because I see the anger and the snake, it reminds me of tattoo for some reason. So if you are a tattoo artist and you're being acknowledged, or your work is being shown somewhere, where is it being shown? Something painful that you've done in abundance, something that's done over and over again that's painful for money. Yeah. Also could do with like crystals as well, the scythe and the rock. I always think of crystals, and also because the mountain is knighting the stars, so it's like crystals for me. So if you have any kind of business, it's like crystal mining or a crystal shop or online store, especially that has to do with rocks or crystals. It could have to do with the healing profession as well, or metaphysical stuff. If there's any negativity within the health, cleaning up that could be a path of cleaning up or dealing with the details of health through working out, some kind of positive, healthy thing. There's an ending to one phase of that and a beginning of another phase. There's growth with an ending as well. So there's good news for a woman about some kind of growth that's helping end something in her life. There's a cut or some kind of quick promise to change. It also could be a promise to change. An ending that everybody sees as well. Arguing with the mother. This could be smoking as well. So this could be having to do with quitting smoking, better for the health. This could be about talking about a lot of smoke as well. So it also can be talking about being depressed about being alone, the burden of somebody important within the career sector, or the solidifying like mother of the family as well. And there's a meeting here with this there's an important meeting, and the important meeting has to do with career. So you could have your own business. The key is being alone in business, and you might not see where the money's coming from, but there will be an important meeting having to do with your career, or you'll meet somebody important within your public sphere. This could be somebody who's a manager. You could be having a meeting with a manager because you've been working alone, solo, dolo for a long time, and then you've finally decided to sacrifice that and go with another career opportunity. There's an importance of long-term here, and there's an importance of long-term social activity, or a long-term like a commitment to meeting up. going your own way can also be within business or within relationships. This is long-term. This also can be public defense. So anybody who's a lawyer for a career, there might be some or some kind of like public service type thing. There might be like confusion over like a contract or arguments over some kind of work contract that's the written word of the man. There's a contract of some kind, right? Because the ring is also a contract. So communication about some kind of work contract of some kind, or some kind of information or news from work about money is being communicated. And there might be some kind of confusion about where money's going to come from or how much money. There could be some arguments with authority at work about this, or some kind of, you know, might be a lessening of something, but it doesn't seem some organization could be dragging their feet about something having to do with money. And this could be a burden that's very important that you're dealing with at this time, or there could be a long time or a lot of dragging on, you know, going on, or this dragging on is kind of making you irritable and aggressive in a way because it's been such a burden or a sacrifice. Because the cross lands in its own house, I feel like it's been this way for a while. It's nothing new to you, but it's just maybe for some reason you get some news and it just confuses you more about this. This also could be connected to like moving. So there could be like a clearing up, a clearing up of something, or some kind of editing of some writing as well. That's some kind of writing that's connected to some kind of... Okay, so if you're shopping for a home, this very well could be about like going to see places and communicating with different people about, you know, what you're looking for in terms of... If you could be a real estate agent, really, helping people find their dream homes, communicating with people about moving, and then there's a contract of the man. Maybe in the contract it's not clear about how much money you're going to get. Make sure you talk this out with somebody first, because I feel like there could be an argument about money, or there could be a lot of money that keeps happening over and over and over again for you. Yep, because I see that here. A side hustle or job that brings in the money, or there's a lot of jobs or side hustles that are kind of, this person's like lucky, where they have like a lot of money coming from a lot of different places, like a little bit of money but coming from a lot of different places. It adds up. And then there's some kind of recurring thing with the social life. Somebody who is working, it's by word of mouth as well, working by word of mouth, because this is here, traveling for work, working with the social sphere, social sector of life. The keys of the woman, the solution for the woman, the answer for the woman, is a solution to the woman's burden. So having to choose between going to school and getting a home, I think that's maybe what some of you are choosing. Between. So a breaking of tradition as well as what I talked about earlier. And for you, Capricorn, that's not an easy thing to do. We are just so traditional in our approach to things, and not necessarily like not evolved. I think that Capricorns are like they are the whole traditional side of things, and we can be dark in nature because we come during the time of the darkest part of the year for parts of the world. But we also have like this stride, this ability to be weathered. There is some kind of big decision as well, and you might be at a crossroads with something in your life, and there might be some big decision you're making between two important things that you care much about. You might have to take on a lot of side jobs and hustle for a while to be able to achieve some kind of, get some kind of clarity or answer to your prayers. That's what this is. Answer to your prayers. Some kind of side job that makes a lot of money. Could be a cleaning business as well. Is the solution to your prayers? Is this anything to do with a lot of money that keeps coming in and out, like a bank? This also could be a bank. Yeah, so other people in the social sphere, so it could be like being a bank representative. There's quick success here. There's an invitation. There's a charming, there's an ending is being recognized because there's some kind of lights out. I don't know, like there's a cut of light. There's something that is bringing the light, like the lights turned on suddenly. And there's some kind of happiness that is a gift or a blessing. There's some successful blessing bestowed upon you that's really kind of radiating down and kind of clearing up any confusion having to do with important sacrifices you're making for a business, or to start your own business, or to do something for the mother as well. This would be a sacrifice for the mother and the family. You might have to choose between your side jobs and going back to school in order to support your family. Or there's some kind of, there's sacrifice here, and there's change. There's changes within a family sphere. There's changes that come in fast here, or there's commitments that are, there might be a promise that is broken as well. I don't like to read that combo like that, but there's a promise that's needing to be broken. There's a difficulty that comes in, or there's a blockage that comes in. There's an inability to move forward, and also like there's a chipping away at something stubborn as well. There's some kind of accreditation. There's a letter of referral that's really positive. It's the answer to your prayers. There's some kind of side job that brings a lot of money that could be the answer to your prayers. Side job that's very lucky, or you didn't see it coming. There's like finances that keep happening over and over and over again. And then there's something to do with recurring things within the, like lots of meetups. So this could be like lots of meetings about finances, or lots of people going to this location that happen where there's an exchange of money. Commitment to learning, a start of the cross, and the snake is also makes me feel like there's illness, but also health related things. So there's like some kind of luck of health. There's also a luck, the lucky card is like, where is the luck coming in? The snake charmer kind of thing. There's like a charm, a lucky charm. Something Irish as well. This could be referring to something like a pub or some kind of Irish-based business or theme. You could be Irish, your family could be Irish. For some reason I'm getting, because the fox in the clover house and the clover in the snake house, that's lucky charms almost. Like there's a snake charmer, there's like a luck that a little white lie. There's like this sort of like, there's a snake charmer. And this is the solution, is some kind of white lie. In terms of, if you're not encouraging anybody to lie, definitely don't want to do that. But like in terms of, there could be something to do with career, that about something ending. So why you ended a career. Saying here the solution is to kind of make it sound a little better than it is. It's terrible. But This could be a mother-in-law as well. That might be like kind of you're having to charm them. A white lie when meeting an important meeting. Communicating a white lie at an important meeting. Communicating about the start. Communicating about when you're starting. So you might not be able to start at a job right away, and you might have to figure out a way to communicate that to them without sounding like you're not serious about the position. Yes, also the lily is about seriousness as well. It's and the bear is also seriousness in terms of like importance. You could be spending a lot of time alone this period, Capricorn. You could be a little confused about some kind of important sacrifice or decision in your life. I feel like you might be slightly depressed, or you might be not, something might be dragging in terms of the authority figures in your life, or a mother figure in your life. This could have to do with some kind of stability or career. In terms of spirituality, I see like things going kind of how they go. Like there might be a progress with your spiritual development in terms of like psychic kind of weird vibes you're getting this month. It's also completely natural during this time of year because the veil is thinner, and I feel like there might be also the careers and cooking come up here as well. If you're looking to, you're going into that direction of things. I see that here. For some reason, it's coming through. Somebody's seeing a sacrifice that you've been making for a long period of time, I want to say. And they're recognizing this detail, or this loss, or this giving up of something that's taking away from, and so there's a progress with some kind of challenge as well. You might have been sacrificing, you might have been working out, it might have to do with the health, like luck with the health. Whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been committed to, whatever big decisions you've had to go through or make, or tough decisions you've been making, people are noticing what you've been through, and yeah, there's a knowledge of some kind of status. There's a knowing that's being expressed about, at one point there being some kind of depression, confusion. So there's knowledge that's been slowly dragging its way to somebody as well about some talent or gift, or people recognizing you for your spirituality, or your sacrifices that you make. And these sacrifices could be in terms of elevating yourself spiritually. They could be in terms of the slowing of finances. You might have been kind of standing alone in a relationship or a situation and really trying to like sacrifice in order to kind of help everybody involved or you know, progress the situation with the big picture. And people are starting to notice that as well. You could have some loyal clients that are you're kind of, it could be a dream client with a side job that's having to do with like the sparkling of a home. There's a cleaning business here as well. So somebody has a cleaning business. You get a dream client, you know. Lucky new starts and things. You might lose something, but I feel like there's a taking away of challenges as well, or troubling times or difficulties. Choosing to clean up any kind of details with things. This could be detail cleaning as well. Organizing, strategizing for sure with the fox and the crossroads and the stars and the mice card. Knowing what's good for your family or your health. Like a stealing success almost. Like a cutting, a breaking down, blowing up obstacles. Success, recognition, like a formal kind of invitation or accreditation or some kind of solution to any kind of troubles of the past or deceit of the past, or maybe it's some kind of it's cleaning up the details of something and realizing something small was actually quite toxic, and just changing that small thing improves and grows your life in directions that you didn't even know were possible. It's almost as if you're giving up something and sacrificing something that really wasn't that good to begin with. It might have been tempting, it might have been alluring, and then now it's such a huge thing that you're sacrificing. This also could be like super smoking, like if you're giving up smoking, this period, I see that being like, even if you're challenged by that, I see like there being progress with some kind of sacrifice in that regard. There's lots of uplifting energy. There's business commerce here. There's moves. There's maybe an eloping situation. You might be hearing about all these things through friends who seem really sweet, and continual progress with them as well. You might actually meet up with some of them for a party at the house at night, or go on a date somewhere. There's quick love for couples. I see like just like heart love coming in really fast. There's progress, immense progress being made in love, happiness. Women, I see like being very career focused. Men I see being more focused on being happy and spending time with friends this period. I also see money being kind of like, or an abundance of happiness as well. There could be some formal written communication that you get about some kind of the truth about some kind of jealousy in the social setting, or whatever it is, the toxicity over the long period of time that you've been dealing with, it ends. So toxicity ends, whether it was a toxic career, a person that was no good in career, they something ends with them. I do see some kind of knowledge of a promise, or knowing your commitments, or it's like a keeping promises as well, or keeping secrets as well. The start of something that's been kind of deceitful, the truth about some deceit. There's a beginning of deciding, or a beginning of taking up a new path because of some truth about a deceit, and that there's a sacrifice there that's for the best of all involved, I think, and the burden ends, and there's a new start with some form of news that comes in. So this news is uplifting, it's a new beginning, it's like a new slate for you. So I see a lot of good things happening for you, Capricorn. And by the way, I almost forgot to wish you a happy Halloween, and also wanted to say thank you for sticking around if you've been watching a few of my videos. This will be my 100th video that I've put out, and I'm kind of amazed that I've gotten this far with posting videos, as you know, making it a routine of doing it. I always wanted to have a channel. I just never thought that I, really would be able to have the self-discipline. But being Capricorns as we are, it's kind of like in our blood, so sometimes things stick, and I feel like you're learning what's good to stick around with this month, and you're seeing what's been good for you to stick around and keep up with, and what's not, you're gonna move on from and make some changes. So that's really good. And I just want to say thank you, and have a great period of time between now and November, and I will see you then. Bye.